The first recipe that we're going to show you today is for Salisbury steak. So let's get started with our recipe for Salisbury steak. And what it requires, again, is first a cup of the TVP, and I already went and texturized this with the hot water. Now the next thing we're going to do is add our sausage here, and again, this is Give Me Lean sausage, and it comes in a roll. This is actually a whole roll. I've just got it broken up so that I can begin to do my demonstration. And you want to break this apart, and then you're going to mix the two together. And it is actually when you use the two textures together that actually gives you a better meat quality, and that's what you're trying to simulate as a meat quality. Remember to texturize the TVP and then mix your sausage with the TVP. And you want it mixed together really well, like you would a meatloaf. And let me take a minute right now and put the pan on our stove over here, which I've already got heated. I preheated the burner, and we're just going to get that prepared so it'll be nice and warm when we place our meat there. But then you add your breadcrumbs to your mix, and then after that we'll begin to use our seasoning. And again, we're using onion powder and garlic powder. Just about a half a teaspoon. And you taste it yourself. Whatever you like the most is what you want to put in it. But I'm more partial to a half a teaspoon because you don't want it to taste extremely garlicky, even though it's really nothing really wrong with that. Once you get the meat all blended together, is to take it and form it into oval patties. And you want them relatively thick, not too thick, not like hamburger patties. You don't want them to look like hamburger because that would not be the form of a Salisbury steak. What you want to do is have them at least as close to oval as you can get them. So that'll be about like that. You brown them on both sides and try not to use a lot of effort. In other words, don't turn them a lot. Don't keep picking them up and trying to see if they're done. If you leave them in there long enough, they'll brown nicely on both sides. And then once they brown, then what you want to do is add just a little water to your mix and steam them. That's what gives it that extra texture, that extra meat-like texture when it begins to steam. You should steam it with a lid, but today I don't have a lid with me and it would take too much time to steam it with the lid on, so we're going to do it with the lid off. And I think 4 patties is enough for our demonstration today. And I have a small thing I want to show you. I brought today a occluded artery, and this is why I don't eat a lot of meat, and I don't believe anybody should, because of the fact that vegetarian diets simply are more helpful for you. This is an occluded artery, meaning that this is what the inside of your arteries look like when you eat a lot of fatty foods. We have here a streak of cholesterol, on both sides, and these are your red blood cells in your bloodstream. And it basically shows what will happen if you have a lot of fat in your diet. You notice up here you get clumping. Well, these things cause you to have heart attacks and strokes and lots of cardiovascular related problems. And therefore, when you go into these textural foods like I'm doing today, Louisiana style, you want to make sure to find healthful products. You don't want to use the traditional versions because this is what they contribute to your lifestyle, and this is not good. But if you eat foods that are basically vegetarian based, you'll find out that you'll have cleaner arteries, you'll have a better cardiovascular system, and your heart will be much more healthy. And that's why we're taking the time to show you these new products that we have that give you a similar taste but are very good for your health and your lifestyle. And it's easily adaptable. It doesn't take very much to learn how to cook this way, and your family will be amazed and you will have a great blessing added to your life. Now the next thing that we're going to prepare for you today is dirty rice. And I've already pre-cooked my Give Me Lean sausage, and again, I showed you what that looked like at the beginning of the program. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cut up my garlic. Fresh garlic is always good to use. If you don't have it, feel free to substitute with your powdered garlic, but this is a good place to start. You're going to add the powdered garlic later, but you want to start off with your fresh garlic cloves. It just makes this taste so wonderful. Then you go ahead and add your peppers, green pepper. You can chop it up fine if you'd like, but sometimes this gives it a lot more appeal color-wise when you go ahead and make big chunks of your bell peppers. And then we're going to put some onion in here. Chop up a few onions. And I'll go ahead and begin to saute the onions and the sausage here and our green peppers. And the only thing that I have to add to this is a little bit of rice. Your nutrients actually reside inside the brown rice. And when you use white rice, you get a whole different texture. And you get all the nutrients taken out, and that is what you do not want. You want things as close to natural as possible. And the main seasoning that helps the dirty rice is your sage and your Cajun seasoning. But once you try this, just go to your grocery store and just ask them for a Cajun seasoning. They'll show you the ones that are very, very popular. And this one that I'm using today is extremely popular, and it gives you the right taste that you're looking for. And then this, what we're adding, is just a little bit of sage. And this is ground sage. And then you continue to stir it, and that's basically it. Yeah, I think that's really good. I think we've got it done. Now, I have also prepared red beans and rice. They don't have to put that recipe up there if they don't want to because of time's sake. But I do want to go ahead and put my red beans and rice on this plate because this is very, very popular in the Texas, Louisiana culture. And I have done a pecan pie. Just wanted to bring this out for you today. Pecan pie is very easy to prepare.